statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation for when you don't. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Welcome to the show.
Well, we're going to talk about dogs. Going to the dogs. You'll find that interesting. Going to talk about fiber and protein and a combination, and why would we want to do that anyway, and some new protein alternatives. We'll see what you think about that, whether or not you'd be interested in some of these protein alternatives. And if you have time, maybe losing some sleep at night and how that affects you when put in a stressful situation. Uh-oh. Sleep deprivation and stress, bad combination. That's oof. And then there's another story that I came across that really is provocative. And they're now able to do a test when the infant is born to see if that child will have cognitive issues, learning issues, reasoning, intelligence level, and so on, associated with the mother's behavior during pregnancy. And I'll be specific about that. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you. Thanks for tuning in. And we have Neil. I know Neil Levin will be along a little later in the show, trying to track down a guest scheduled for this first portion of the show. And you're always invited to call 877-897-8255. We do talk about nutrition around here, but many other things connected to it and maybe even independent of it. But the point of view of the show is that nutrition is the most fundamental, perhaps, if nothing else, among the most fundamental principles of health and wellness. It seems to me that roads begin and end there. Somehow, some way, you end up back on the road of nutrition, diet and nutrition, whether you're trying to create health, sustain it, or reclaim it in some form or fashion, or for some reason or another. And you'd think you'd run out of things to talk about. Nope, you don't. Okay. So there's this dog show. People say, I thought this guy just said this was a health talk show. Yeah, talking about dogs. So there's this dog show. It is probably, I think it's considered the world's largest dog show, canine show. It's held in England, and it's called Crufts, Crufts. Maybe you're familiar with it, maybe not. And this study caught my attention, not only because I like dogs and have an interest in dogs, but it caught my attention because the study related to something I talk about on this show all the time. And the study was reported in a journal called Veterinary Record. And what they did is they took a bunch of images of dogs, and my memory serves me. These were dogs There were 1,120 online images of dogs from 28 breeds. And I think the only dogs they selected were ones that placed between first and fifth in their class. And they did this from years 2001 to 2013. So they had a substantial amount of data over a long period of time. If you had to guess what they found relative to what I talk about on this show all the time, what do you think they found relative to those images? Looking at all those pictures of these dogs. These are championship dogs, right? What do you think they discovered? Use your imagination. Guess what? 1 in 4 of those dogs were overweight or obese. I was struck by that because I'm thinking, wait a minute. How could that be? These are supposed to be championship dogs. And I'm going to get to a point here. The 3 breeds that they found with the highest prevalence of overweight were pugs, hounds, Labradors, generally. Standard poodles, border terriers, Rhodesian Ridgebacks, Hungarian Vizslas, and Dobermans were the least likely breeds to be overweight. But the Labradors, the hounds, and the pugs were overweight. Be mindful, hounds and Labradors, especially the Labradors, are hunting dogs, and field work and being overweight isn't necessarily advantageous for them in their natural instinct to do that kind of work. 25% of them. Three out of 4 of the dogs of the show were in ideal condition, and none of those was overweight. But 1 in 4 was overweight. 26%. That is unusual for a dog show of that caliber. So you say, okay, big deal. Well, to me, it seems an interesting twist on the theme of the obesity epidemic. Just set the dogs off to the side for a second and let me tell you this statistic. 17% of adolescent children are obese. It seems to me that children and these pedigree dogs are not making the choices to become that, but are being guided and directed and shaped to make those choices by whom? In the case of children, their parents, and in the case of the dogs, their owners. And further, while it may not seem this way, it seems an uninteresting story, it's interesting to me because it seems yet another reflection of what now is happening in our society in so many different dimensions of day-to-day life and our the day-to-day world, and how standards are changing. A medium pair of trousers is really a large now. Or, like women will tell you, for example, that dress sizes are no longer what they were. 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. A 5 dress is not a 5 dress. It's much bigger. We've accommodated this obesity epidemic in many ways. Coffins are bigger, toilet seats are bigger, car seats for children are bigger. Well, it goes on and on and on. And so this obesity epidemic is shaping our society, and it's causing changes in standards, and it's being reflected in many different ways. Now, even in pedigree dogs. That's no accident to me. You don't end up with a world's largest canine show with these prestigious pedigree dogs with 25% of them being overweight. Something is going on here. That's not an accident. That's not some statistical, fluke. It's just, again, a reflection of what is happening to us and what we're doing. It's just amazing to me. Who would have thought? You would never, I don't know. We come back, a couple of other things that were trending. We'll see if they can apply to your everyday life and what you may glean from them in maybe shaping some of your choices. Be right back.
At Canavest, we believe that the future of hemp is unlimited, and through innovative and responsible application and science, we will enhance the prosperity and well-being of our customers, employees, and communities. As pioneers, our long-term goal at Canavest is to locate hemp seed processing mills near to our future family of hemp farmers. These local factories will convert hemp seed into nutritious oil, protein powders, bread flour, and hemp meal. Canavest supports local efforts and believes that sustainability starts locally. Canavest was named one of the Nutritional Outlook's Best of 2014, and we are committed to pioneering the hemp revolution as the world's leading producer of quality hemp-derived CBD products. Resistance to change is in great part the result of trying to do today's job with yesterday's tools and with yesterday's concepts. The hemp revolution is here, and it's up to all of us to change perception and to impact policy. Will you join us in this movement? Learn more about the education and science behind Canavest at canavest.com.
As a family-owned company since 1968, Now Foods has spent the last 46 years building a legacy in the natural health industry as a trusted leader. Now provides a comprehensive approach to wellness by offering more than 1,400 high-quality health foods, supplements, sports nutrition, and personal care products at an affordable price. Now believes that natural is better. They don't use artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners, and they offer many vegetarian, organic, and gluten-free products. Their foods are all non-GMO. Since their beginning, Now has grown to become an award-winning leader in the natural health industry. But one thing has never changed: their commitment to providing the highest quality products at the best value to empower people to lead healthier lives. High quality doesn't have to mean high price. From essential oils to amino acids, multivitamins to natural sweeteners, Now has you covered. To find a store near you that carries Now products, or for more information, visit nowfoods.com. That's nowfoods.com.
Is your skin showing signs of aging? Do you want hair with more body and stronger nails? Add NeoCell's Super Collagen Plus C to your daily routine to help you regain your youthful, vibrant appearance. Collagen is the body's key structural protein, and it is critical to the elasticity and strength of connective tissues like skin, ligaments, and tendons. Recent clinical studies suggest that supplementing with collagen may reduce wrinkles and increase the firmness of your skin, improve the thickness of your hair, and strengthen your nails. Previously, medical studies also show a wide range of benefits from collagen supplements that may help with your joint pain, bone strength, and exercise recovery. NeoCell's Super Collagen Plus C provides 100% pure collagen that's hydrolyzed for maximum absorption. Results are felt and seen within weeks. Super Collagen Plus C promotes a healthy body by providing specialized nutritional support to help fight the effects of aging. NeoCell's Super Collagen Plus C products are available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nutrix Hawaii. More nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. Now Foods. Our products work. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Flexin, the joint health experts. North American Urban Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
So even the pedigree dogs are getting fat. Oh my. What's this world coming to? I'm so struck by that story. It's the last place I expected to find some allusion to the obesity epidemic. Our standards are changing. We're the new normal. We keep moving, you keep moving the yard line, you keep moving the goal line. That's not getting rid of the problem. It's just amazing how the obesity epidemic is reflected in so many different ways. Now even pedigree show dogs at the world's largest dog show in England, the Crufts dog show, 25% of them of those three breeds that I mentioned were overweight. Wow. 877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK. You hear me, since I mentioned the overweight and obesity epidemic, you hear me often talk about what are ways that you can manage your weight. And Lord knows we've been around that block. We've worn out. They have to pour new concrete on the sidewalks. We've worn it out. But, they can keep pouring. I'll keep walking it. There's always a new twist and turn on all of this. And I mention frequently that fiber and protein can play an important role in managing weight in very important ways. Covered this a lot. Well, there's a story that came up this morning that was trending, and it came out of the Institute of Food Technologists. I've referenced them before, that outfit, and you should go to their website. I would recommend it. That's an interesting organization. Institute of Food Technologists, IFT. They're located in Chicago. And what they're saying in this study, and the researcher, I guess one of the prime researchers in the study was a Dr. Julie Miller-Jones. She's a professor emeritus. That means she's been a professor for a very long time at St. Catherine University. She cited a particular study relative to this study that found a decline in the number of Americans who said they are trying to eat more fiber, from 73% in 2010 to 53% in 2014. That's a sidebar study here. I'm referencing it to the main study. The main study was talking about consumers need to get more fiber, but they need to get it from more than one source, both naturally occurring and added in manufacturing. I would stick supplementation in that category, perhaps. And they're saying in this study that from the IFT that this would benefit people more. There's a commercial running on TV right now. I will not mention the brand. And it's been around a good while. I find it interesting that they have revamped their marketing, and it's a fiber product. You perhaps know which one I'm talking about. And it's a particular kind of fiber. And they're making, and I never thought I would see the day when they would be pushing it that hard, where fiber would sell. My God, you couldn't even get people to eat fiber cereal at gunpoint. Many people reject it. They don't like it. One of my producers happens to like this one. He likes Raisin Bran or whatever he likes. Yeah, he's not telling me all the stuff he puts on it, though, right? No junk? Okay. But they're pushing now marketing fiber products in the mainstream media like nobody's business. Who would have thought? More so than ever before, I think. And the way they're doing it, it's interesting. And they're using themes that I've been using on this show for 10 years. They finally caught up. Finally caught on. That's what they're doing. They're paying attention to people such as myself and others in the natural products industry and the world of natural health and medicine, and they're smart. They're paying attention to how I and others have been talking about it for a long time. And they're using those same themes in mainstream marketing. I don't have any issue with that. I just find it rather curious. But unless I get too far afield here, this study really emphasizes the importance that people eat more than one kind of fiber. Well, generally speaking, there are only two types of fiber, right? Soluble and insoluble. And within those two categories, you got particular kinds of foods, naturally occurring foods, and then supplement fibers that would fall into the category of soluble and insoluble. If you go on my website at letstalknutrition.com, look under multimedia articles. I published a couple of articles on there dealing with fiber, and I did an analysis of how much fiber people are consuming. The recommended dietary fiber intake for men is 38 grams a day. Good luck with that. And 25 grams for women. You won't have much luck there either. Men are typically getting around, they say, 18 grams, and women around 15 grams. That's a little high. It's not even that good. Be right back.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit TakeSolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medi-C Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medi-C Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medi-C Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Besides
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Renew Life, the Digestive Care Company, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Greens Plus, superfood for super health, Medi-C Plus, for heart health and more, New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom, NeoCell, the true science of collagen. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. I was just reporting on this new study from the Institute of Food Technologists. They're reporting that people need to eat, not only just eat fiber, but they need to eat fiber from a variety of different sources. That would be naturally occurring sources and then manufactured fiber you would find that's added to food or in dietary supplements, which I talk about a lot on the show. If you go to my website at letstalknutrition.com, I wrote a 4 or 5 part series on fiber, for heaven's sake. The part 1 was the inadequate intake of dietary fiber in the United States, trends and recommendations. The recommendation from I believe it's the USDA, they recommend that men get 38 grams a day, women 25 grams a day. I looked at 2 big studies on fiber. One study, it was the third National Health. The first one was the third National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, that NHANES study from 88 to 91. And then I took another study from 99 to 2008, another NHANES study looking at dietary fiber intake. When I averaged the findings from the 2 studies, what I found was that the average intake of dietary fiber intakes are considerably far from any of the recommended daily intakes of the United States Department of Agriculture or the United States Department of Health and Human Services. And what I found was that averaging the means of the range intake averages from those 2 studies, Americans consume, both men and women together, 15 grams a day. Men tend to consume a bit more fiber, race and ethnicity notwithstanding. Mexican Americans consume more dietary fiber than other ethnic groups. The elderly tend to consume less fiber than those who are not as deep into the lifespan. And adults consume more dietary fiber than children and adolescents. Those were my general conclusions when I looked at those 2 big NHANES studies. So we're far away from 38 grams for men and 25 grams for women. On average, men and women are doing about 15 grams a day when you put them together collectively, with men getting just a little bit more. You can take a look at that, my article, and the other 3 or 4 parts to that series. This was part 1, the inadequate intake of dietary fiber. And then there's the issue of protein, which I report on all the time as well on the show. And I say that fiber and protein in combination make for a good strategy to manage weight. This is summertime. People are going to weddings, getting married, trying to lose weight. They bought these new bathing suits. They want to go to the beach. They're going on vacation. Losing weight is a big deal during the summertime. And so along the way, with different shows, I drop in little hints about how to go about losing weight. Increase your fiber intake, increase your protein intake. Fiber intake, you need to be, generally for men and women, they should be doing perhaps 30 grams a day if you just collapse the 2 genders together. Men need 35, the USDA says, and women need 25. If you can go above that, you're not going to hurt yourself. Trust me. In terms of protein, depending on your physical stature, your lifestyle, your age, your health, the recommendation, it can be anywhere from 1/2 gram of protein per pound of body weight all the way up to 1 gram and maybe a little above 1 gram per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 120 pounds, you're a woman, you weigh 120 pounds, you did 1/2 gram, you need 60 grams of protein. If you did 1 gram per pound of body weight, it'd be 120 grams a day. That leaves the other macronutrient left, carbohydrate. So about roughly 40 to 60% of your diet, 45 to 60% should be constituted of carbohydrate. And fiber is a carbohydrate, by the way, so it would get lumped into that category. But if you take those two in combination, you just try it with yourself. Increase your fiber intake. Start, if you can't eat your way to that much protein or fiber, then you start doing dietary supplementation. You try that. Increase your fiber intake, increase your protein intake, and watch your appetite be moderated. It will get moderated because those two things in combination will create a sense of fullness. They even now have health bars where they're adding fiber and protein together to help people lose weight or to just generally give them something nutritious to eat other than some candy bar. Fiber and protein together. Good combination. Now, speaking of fiber, there was a story trending this morning talking about alternative protein choices for people. This also came from the Institute of Food Technologists, located in Chicago. Turns out that algae is becoming the next new alternative protein source for consumers. And they're going to probably end up putting it in crackers, cereals, breads, snack bars. You're going to find it. You watch this trend. They were talking about algae, quinoa, pulses, legumes and whatnot, are considered by some food technologists to be the best protein sources. This is interesting. Most people consider meat to be the most complete protein, but they believe that algae, quinoa, and pulses are strong alternatives to eating meat to get protein. Of course, algae is considered one of the newer vegan sources of protein. I don't know. Algae contains 63% protein, 15% fiber, 11% fats, and 4% carbs, and then 4% micronutrients and 3% moisture. Algae is a wonderful food source. If they can make it tasty, I don't care how healthy something is. They could give it away, and if it doesn't taste good, people won't eat it. I know this from experience working with clients. They won't eat it. Even if it's free or if it's healthy, it will save your life. They say, I don't care, I'm not eating that. It's got to taste good. We'll see if they can make it taste good. Are you ready to eat algae as a protein source? Well, we'll see. Quinoa. I was mispronouncing it. It's quinoa. That's centuries old. They call it poor man's crop. It's grown in the high Andes, the mountains of Bolivia and Peru. Quinoa. It's around all over the place. I see it in grocery stores. They're selling more and more of it. People are consuming it. I think much more than algae, perhaps. I don't know. I don't know if we're ready for algae protein bars. We'll see.
At Nordic Naturals, we know that a commitment to deliver the world's safest, most effective omega oils requires an exceptional process. That's why we manage every step of production, from boat to bottle. That includes sustainably sourcing wild-caught fish from well-managed fisheries. It means using state-of-the-art equipment and technology at our manufacturing plant in Arctic Norway. Nordic Naturals bottles and encapsulates our omega-3s at our own facility and carefully ships products from our eco-friendly headquarters in California. The result? Nordic Naturals products have received more than 40 awards for taste, innovation, and product excellence. You can trust the quality of Nordic Naturals products and know you're getting all the health benefits omega-3 fish oils offer. Nordic Naturals' high-quality, great-tasting omega-3s make staying healthy easier for you and your family. When choosing an omega-3 fish oil product, choose the #1 fish oil in the U.S. Choose Nordic Naturals. Available at natural product retailers or online at nordicnaturals.com.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Xenia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Xenia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Xenia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Xenia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, collagen, and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you are strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Xenia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Xenia by name. Start taking Xenia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
Hi, I'm Jordan Rubin, founder and CEO of Garden of Life. Oceans 3 was created with a simple premise in mind. Develop a line of premium omega-3 fish oil formulations that met or exceeded the market leader in quality, and then go beyond omega-3 by providing amplified benefits and value to the consumer. Oceans 3 contains ultra-pure, high-potency fish oil, along with astaxanthin and fucoxanthin. Each of these ingredients, when taken individually, have superb benefits. When they are combined into the exciting compound omega-xanthin, they work synergistically to amplify their already amazing benefits. In addition to the synergy of omega-xanthin, Oceans 3 offers unrivaled purity and greater value than the leading omega-3 fish oils available today, making the Oceans 3 family of products the best choice for anyone looking to add a healthy dose of omega-3 fats and a giant dose of extraordinary health to their lives.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Exclusively from Natural Factors.
I'm Dr. Michael Murray. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to talk with you about PGX, a truly revolutionary natural product that works perfectly to help get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult. PGX is a clinically proven way to help people to achieve their ideal body weight that is safe and natural. PGX leads to a dramatic reduction in the glycemic index of any food or meal. It also ultimately causes the release of compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. One, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and two, improving the action of the hormone insulin. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, it's not your fault. You just need the tremendous support that PGX can provide. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, please go to pgx.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Canavest, from seed to shelf. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. NZ Medica, the enzyme experts. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Much to my astonishment, there are more than 1,400 quinoa products on the market today. How do you do that? More than 1,400. Quinoa apparently is becoming a popular alternative protein source for meat. They're talking about, the Food Institute of Food Technologists are also talking about algae becoming an alternative, and then legumes, pulses, also known as legumes, beans, chickpeas, and lentils, for example. They're also high in protein. Vegetarians are very much dialed into those, for sure. They're non-allergenic, they're non-GMO, they're gluten-free, blah, blah, blah. They're pretty healthy. Try to get people to eat those. It's hard. Now, they're going to try. I asked one of my producers, would you be interested in eating algae? He said, I don't know. If they can make it taste good, people will eat it. It's a good protein source. Less stress on the environment, less effects. And I know you go into a grocery store today, you'll see quinoa everywhere. I didn't realize over 1,400 products, quinoa-based type of products. They call it that's the poor man's crop. As I said, it's grown in the high Andes mountains of Bolivia and Peru, and they probably consume it like nobody's business there. So we'll see how this folds. I'll keep my eye on these alternative protein choices. Algae, quinoa, and legumes. Beans are, just high in protein and high in fiber, by the way. Wonderful food source to get both that combination of protein and fiber together. You want to manage your weight, increase your protein and fiber intake. Somebody was just telling me a couple of minutes ago, I won't say who, someone right here in the studio, saying that he went from 6 hours of sleep to 7, and he feels, he feels terrible. He's going to go back to 6 hours of sleep a night. Too much of a good thing, eh? That's Josh. I think you just need to get accustomed to getting 7 hours of sleep. Perhaps you're not used to that. I don't know. Just don't fall asleep while you're here. Well, you're not losing sleep, but there's a new study out from Uppsala University. It's in Sweden, by the way. And it's published in a journal called Sleep. That's appropriate. And we know that sleep, I've done so many shows on sleep. Yeah, good sleep facilitates your memory. Really good is good for your memory. If you're suffering from sleep deprivation, you may have noticed you have a little harder time trying to remember things and pull things up from memory, if you will, short and long term, and just focusing generally. And this new study found that losing a half a night of sleep makes memories less accessible, especially when put in stressful situations. This is interesting. There were 15 people in the study, and they had to learn 15 card pair locations on a computer screen. This was an experiment. In one experimental session, the subjects slept for a half a night, 4 hours. In the other, they slept a full night, 8 hours. Then the next morning, they had the people in the study try to recall as many card pair locations as possible. What they found was that half a night's sleep, 4 hours, was as powerful as a full night's sleep to form long-term memories for the learned card pair locations. However, the study then found that stress had an impact on the subject's ability to recall those memories. The men in the study were stressed for 30 minutes in the morning after a half or full night's sleep. For example, by having to recall a newly learnt list of words while exposed to noise. Then following short sleep, the stress exposure reduced their ability to recall their card pair locations. And so it's interesting. The sleep deprivation coupled with the stress bad combination. That makes common sense. That's just a study to sort of confirm what you would probably know intuitively. I talk about sleep and stress on this show constantly. How do you get a good night's sleep? By the way, there's some nice supplements for sleep. The one that I use, not that I suffer from insomnia, but I just seem to get better quality sleep with it, is Natural Factors Tranquil Sleep. And then if you can keep your cortisol levels managed throughout the course of the day, if in the morning your cortisol levels are usually run high, and then as the day goes on, and by the time you get to bed at night, they should be running a lot lower. But if you're under stress all day, cortisol levels then would be high in the evening. That tends to disrupt sleep. Country Life Vitamins, they have a couple of nice stress products. You might take a look at those. I've talked about those on the show. And then Natural Factors has a whole line called Stress Relax. They have different products, GABA, Pharma-GABA, and other products to help with managing stress and getting a better night's sleep. That Tranquil Sleep is a terrific product by Natural Factors. 877-897-8255. That's a toll-free number. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition. Neil Levin's going to be coming along. Man, he's picked a very interesting topic today. He wants to get into, I don't want to steal his thunder. Let me see if I can do this and give a hint as to what he wants to talk about without giving it all away. He's interested in ingredients that come from China and Japan. He's interested in telling you a little bit about third-party testing, and maybe it's not all what it's cracked up to be. And then he wants to talk about quality manufacturing, GMPs. He'll explain what that means. This is interesting because when it comes to food and dietary supplements, you always have to ask, especially with dietary supplements, from where did the raw materials come and what did they do with them? So we'll see what he always has interesting insights into these kinds of topics. See how he can illuminate us and make us a little smarter about what we're buying. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition, where your health is your wealth. We'll be right back.
statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation for when you don't. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Wherever and however you may be listening or watching and whatever you may be doing, you are dialed in, and we're dialed in right with you. We're glad you're here, and I'm glad to be here with you. And my guest in this portion of the show is going to be Neil Levin. And as I alluded to, he wants to talk about, I think, some interesting themes. Ingredients. What is the quality of ingredients from China and Japan? Lord knows, a lot of raw materials coming out of those two countries. A lot of products made with them. And what about third-party testing? You hear a lot of companies say, well, we do a lot of third-party testing. Well, is it all that it's cracked up to be? And then this business of GMPs. What's GMP? You know what GMP is? Well, we'll find out. Neil's going to talk about these things. He always has some interesting insights into these kinds of topics. So I'm anxious to see what he has to say. It involves everybody listening, because if you're buying supplements, you're buying products, whatever, that raw materials are coming from other countries, how do you know what the quality of those raw materials really is, and how is it being tested? How are those raw materials being tested? Most consumers, they go into a store, whether it's a health store or a traditional grocery store, you see nice packaging, boxes, cans, bottles, nice labels, beautiful colors, and this and that. Yeah, be more interested in what's in the content. What's the content, not the container. Although the container is important. What's inside? Where did the raw material come from? How was it handled? What did they do in the manufacturing process to the raw material to produce the final product? Before we go there, I want to report on this study. This is really something. Comes out of Case Western University project. It's called Case Western University Project Newborn. Obviously has something to do with newborns. And of all things, they can take a newborn's first stool. It's called a meconium, in case you wanted to know. It's a nice technical term. In fact, if you're viewing the show, you can see that press release being featured on your screen. So why would this be interesting? Why would researchers want to look at a newborn's first stool? Well, they do that, and they've done it. They did it in this study when the mother was involved in alcohol use during pregnancy. And what they found was that when they saw high levels of fatty acid ethyl esters, what they call FAEE, when it was found in the meconium, the infant's first stool, newborn's first stool, that indicated that the mother was using alcohol during pregnancy. We know that mothers using alcohol during pregnancy can lead to all sorts of cognitive development issues when the infant goes into childhood and adolescence. So there was a link between these high levels of fatty acid ethyl esters at birth and lower IQ scores. It was a predictor. One of the researchers in a study, Dr. Min, said, although we already knew a mother's alcohol use during her pregnancy may cause cognitive deficits, what is significant is that the early marker, not previously available, predicted this, establishing the predictive ability of these fatty acid ethyl esters for determining alcohol exposure in utero, close quote. I just thought that you may not have heard of this kind of testing or that term, meconium. That's a newborn's first stool. They look at that. It's so interesting. It was published in the Journal of Pediatrics. Prior to this testing, do you know how they were able to determine that the mother was drinking alcohol, abusing alcohol during pregnancy? Because of distinctive fetal alcohol facial characteristics, such as a smaller head and eyes, thin upper lip and a smooth ridge between the upper lip and nose. Such features were very identifiable. But nevertheless, some babies can still not have those features and appear normal, even though the mother drank alcohol at levels that were dangerous during her pregnancy. And what they know is that mothers are very reluctant to reveal how much alcohol they drank while pregnant. So often they said in a study that prenatal alcohol exposure is often overlooked and missed by clinicians. As many as 2 to 5% of younger children in the United States and Western Europe are affected by developmental disabilities resulting from alcohol exposure in utero, which are with a higher prevalence, they said, 17%, reported in child welfare systems. Meconium. Did you ever know of that term, Neil? Meconium?
I have something interesting for you in the same topic. The bifidobacteria in newborns, if it's low, it's associated with overweight mothers and the child being overweight and getting obesity and type 2 diabetes as adults.
Yeah, that would be, isn't that, it's amazing how much goes on in utero with the fetus. And boy, oh boy, I'm always astonished by those kinds of studies. Yeah, quite honestly, I was not familiar with the term meconium, which is a newborn's first stool. That's something I learned early this morning. I did not know of that term. I don't know if you did it.
I thought that was the name of your garage band.
You're so funny. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good. You up in Chicago?
I am. It's a nice day, kind of hot, but had heavy rains yesterday.
Last week, I was hearing some disturbing reports on the mainstream media about the number of shootings and killings of children and young people going on in Chicago. What's going on up there?
It's not just Chicago. It's New York and all kinds of cities. The long, hot summer is upon us, and people are venting with guns. A lot of gang issues and things like that, and it's certain neighborhoods mostly,
Yeah. Boy, I'll tell you, it's really something. I mean, downtown Chicago, you can live in downtown Chicago. That's a wonderful downtown area. The downtown of Chicago is fabulous. I've been there several times, and it's much easier to live in downtown Chicago than it would be in Manhattan, I think. But you don't live. Yeah. You live in the outskirts, I would presume.
I'm about 40 miles from downtown Chicago, and I've got almost 4 acres of land with my wife, and it's a secluded area, so not too bad. Kind of it's 2 counties out from Chicago.
I see. So I I was telling the listeners and the viewers of the show about what you wanted to talk about, the quality of ingredients from China and Japan. I'm real intrigued as to what you're going to say about all this. So when we come back, we'll give you a chance to share what you know and what you think and feel about it, and we'll see where you go with it. 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. Neil Levin will be my guest. And has your title changed since the last time you were on the show? Are you still Nutrition Education Manager for Now Foods?
Still stuck in that rut.
And, and you're still a husband. That hasn't changed. So it's all good. Nice, stable guy. This is all good. We'll be back. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition. Give a call. Don't hesitate. You can call what we're talking about, or if there's something else on your mind, it's okay. Call anytime you want. 877-897-8255. We'll be right back.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Hi, this is Dr. Michael Garko. Did you know that over 20 million people in the United States suffer from some form of joint pain? If you have joint or muscle pain, Flexin can help. Good joints are an essential part of everyday life, and the lack of healthy joints can prevent you from enjoying daily activities and rob you of a better quality of life. Flexin is specially formulated with CM8 to provide the pain relief and support your joints need. Flexin CM8 is designed to lubricate your joints and muscles while reducing inflammation and supporting stronger cartilage. Flexin isn't just another glucosamine supplement, it's much more. Its extraordinary formula is composed of powerful ingredients and a special blend of enzymes that make digestion and absorption fast and easy, with results in as little as 1 week. So if you want to enjoy everyday activities again and improve your quality of life, look no further than Flexin. For more information, call 1-800-NPAIN. That's 1-800-NPAIN, or visit your local fine health food store and pick up a bottle of Flexin today.
Medi-C Plus. The C in Medi-C Plus stands for vitamin C, and the plus stands for lysine. Did you know vitamin C is arguably the most important water-soluble antioxidant in the human body? Or that we cannot produce vitamin C on our own like animals do? We need Medi-C Plus to meet our daily needs. Medi-C Plus provides the body with a high concentration of vitamin C and lysine, which work together to build collagen for optimal heart health. Dr. Gifford Jones, graduate of the Harvard Medical School, developed Medi-C Plus after his own heart attack 16 years ago. With the help of Medi-C Plus, Dr. Gifford Jones is now a healthy 91 years old. But Medi-C Plus is not just for heart health. Medi-C Plus also benefits your immune system, vision, promotes healthy skin, provides support for healthy teeth and gums, healthy joints, and much more. So make Medi-C Plus part of your daily routine and enjoy healthy living. Medi-C Plus at your local vitamin discount center and all fine health food stores. You can also order online at mymedi-c.com or call toll-free at 1-844-871-0069. When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years, with daily savings up to 50% 20%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nutrix Hawaii. More nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. Now Foods. Our products work. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Flexin, the joint health experts. North American Urban Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Neil Levin is my guest, and he has he wants to talk about something I think very interesting. I'm going to see where he goes with this. One of the themes is taking a look at these materials that come from other countries, Japan and China. So let's see what's on his mind about it. I saw when I saw what you wanted to talk about, Neil, I thought, okay, this should be interesting because I know you do your due diligence, you do your research. So what about the quality of ingredients coming from China and Japan?
Well, there's a lot of concern about that, of course. Several years ago, there was actually a book of someone trying to avoid things made in China for a year and failed. And in terms of foods, there was no way to tell. A lot of ingredients are coming from China. 4 years ago, a survey of Americans indicated they think supplement ingredients are 10% from China, 6% from Japan, and 77% from the U.S. And in reality, it was 12% from the U.S., and they were about right on Japan, but China was 60%. That number has certainly grown since then. And pharmaceutical ingredients in drugs are about 2/3 of the ingredients are coming from China, which is interesting.
When do you think? Go ahead. Finish your thought.
When you're looking at acetaminophen and ibuprofen and things like that, in some cases up to 90% of those materials are coming from China. So what does that mean to the consumer? What that means is that predominantly pharmaceutical-grade materials, the majority are probably coming from China. That's not necessarily a bad thing. The FDA is actually training Chinese FDA inspectors to do GMP inspections so that they're following basically the same protocols. There's hundreds of inspectors in China who have been trained by the FDA. And China has increased their food safety laws several times over the last few years because of some scandals that people are probably familiar with baby food and pet food. The only supplement issues they've had with China has been Chinese herbs that have been adulterated. So not really the pharmaceutical grade materials. And remember, Dr. Garko, you know what pharmaceutical grade means. And probably your listeners are not quite as familiar. And what it means is there's a pharmaceutical monograph, typically in the U.S. Pharmacopoeia, and there's a battery of tests that has to be performed on every batch, and it has to pass all those tests within a rigorous range of results to pass and become a pharmaceutical-grade USP material. So the purity, the identity is verified through a number of tests that make sure that it's the purest, highest quality grade. Most pharmaceutical-grade materials today are coming from China, minority from India, but that probably represents over 70% of pharmaceutical-grade materials on Earth. which is the highest quality materials, the most tested materials. So when you're looking at that range of products, you certainly can't say there's a quality issue with Chinese materials.
The materials are good.
Right, and we did our own internal survey several years ago, and we were buying about 6 or 7% of our raw materials from China. Remember, the industry average was about 60% then.
Oof.
And
wow.
we're probably buying a little bit more now because we're auditing more of the vendors in China. We're sending auditors there ourselves to make sure they're following GMPs before we qualify them as potential suppliers, and then we still have to test their materials. So the Chinese issue has been overplayed in terms of how much companies like Now Foods are buying, for one thing, but also in terms of the quality issues, because the main quality issues are things like Chinese herbs, which you have to look for heavy metals, you have to look for agricultural chemicals, including fungicides on Chinese herbs that are grown in the ground, et cetera. Ban fungicides on bee products from China, honeybee products. So, there has to be some due diligence in terms of testing, and you have to know what the issues are. But it's actually, we're rejecting fewer materials from China than we are from the United States.
Say that again now? We
are rejecting fewer materials from China than we are from the United States. Their quality controls have gotten that good.
I don't know what the current statistic is. I know back in, and I have different numbers, but in terms of a trade deficit with China, I know in 2014 the trade gap with China was 80% of the trade. That U.S. trade gap with China was 80% of trade deficit, and that was a historic high.
Yeah.
That's certainly a little off point. That's more of a political bullet point to make than anything else. But nevertheless, our trade deficit with that country is just staggering. I don't know. I guess it's... Boy, you can go down many roads here. I got to be careful where I take this. I guess what I'm saying is I wonder when that string's going to run out. I mean, obviously, the profit motive here is operating. If it costs less to get products, raw materials from China, of course, companies are lured in by that. I mean, I get that. I understand it. But I wonder at what cost, ultimately. I just wonder. When we come back, I want to ask you, what does Now do, and what do other companies generally do when they're getting raw materials from China, Japan, India, and these other countries? We'll be right back.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering. You're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medi-C Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medi-C Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medi-C Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
There's a tremendous
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Renew Life, the Digestive Care Company, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Greens Plus, superfood for super health, Medi-C Plus, for heart health and more, New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom, NeoCell, the true science of collagen. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Well, we certainly live in an interconnected world, and no question in terms of information, that is quite evident. We also live in an interconnected world, and humans have always sought to do this. Hundreds of years ago, with ships, trying to import goods from one country to another. Commerce has always been, on the high seas, has always been something that has intrigued humans, has been part of doing business, and so on. Now, given the technology, given the way of transportation and all the advancements there and how we can get product X from one place to another and overnight, around the globe. It's just amazing how things get imported, exported all over the place. I mean, it's just amazing. It's staggering. The question you want to ask is when you're buying products, food, for example, or supplements, where are the raw materials coming from? Especially with supplements. My guest is Neil Levin. He's talking about that. So your level of comfort with these imported raw materials from Japan, China, India, is it pretty good, Neil, given what you know?
Well, it depends on how you're buying. And let me give your listeners something very important that they should know. That for one of the reasons we've increased our level from a few percent a few years ago of how much we're buying from China is because the United States is overwhelmingly growing genetically modified crops like soybeans and corn. We are buying vitamin E. Vitamin E, especially mixed tocopherols, is coming primarily from soy. Mixed tocopherols are not in sunflower seeds, which are an alternative source we're using in some cases to soy for a vitamin E source. You can't get the E complex.
I see.
So to get non-GMO materials, we have to go to China. They're not producing enough in Europe, even for the European market. And in the United States, they're not producing non-GMO versions. So our customers want non-GMO. We have to go where the non-GMO crops are being grown, where they're being separated and labeled, and where we can get documentation that they're non-GMO materials. The same with vitamin C. We're buying Chinese vitamin C because it's a USP, pure pharmaceutical grade vitamin C. There are no quality issues. The corn is tested before it's manufactured to make sure it's non-GMO, even though we have documentation it's non-GMO. And so we have a non-GMO corn. There's one company in Europe making vitamin C. They applied for non-GMO verification, claiming it was a non-corn product, but they're buying a raw material that's probably made from corn and probably from China. And they actually withdrew their application for non-GMO status on there when some questions started being asked, where is this material actually made from? It's not synthetic. You know, it's a type of sugar, L-sorbose, which is an intermediate step in production of from glucose to vitamin C.
I see.
The same thing that would happen in your dog or cat or most mammals.
Right.
Changing glucose into vitamin C.
Yeah, your dog can make vitamin. Yeah, dogs can make vitamin C. Humans can't.
Right.
When Now Foods gets raw materials from India, China, Japan, and it comes in, on the plane or on the ship, it's at the dock. What happens to that raw material? What do you all do with it?
Well, first of all, we've already audited the vendor for GMPs. We've already tested a sample of their material, the same lot they're shipping, to make sure that it passes our testing. Then it shows up on our dock. First, the truck is inspected. We use we use lights that can detect urine if there's any kind of infestation. We look for damage. If anything's damaged or any infestation issues, that truck does not pull up to the dock. We also use a Geiger counter and stuff that is coming from the Pacific that could have been exposed to the Fukushima
nuclear reactor disaster.
Nuclear reactor, that accident. Then they bring it into our dock and unload it, and it's put in quarantine. Statistical sampling is done of that material coming in that goes to our labs, and it's on quality control hold until it passes our testing. So the full testing for raw materials, which is several tests for identity, strength, physical characteristics, microbiological contamination, and heavy metals, and other adulterants or contaminants that are known to be subject to. Proteins would have a melamine test, for example. Botanicals would have tests for erectile dysfunction drugs, diet drugs, other things like that. We're looking for various known things that are adulterating or contaminating the products. After it's approved, it's then released and put into stock and rotated in manufacturing. So, we have a very stringent thing. And one of the things I promised to talk about today was why third-party testing is sometimes inferior to testing done by a company.
Okay, so you've done your testing. You had the raw materials.
Yes.
Now, is it a common practice, or do companies then, will they send raw materials out to a third party to do the testing?
Well, it's common because most companies are simply offices. I was a retailer for many years.
I see.
I ordered vitamins in my private label for my store. And I would order them from one of several vitamin companies, including Now Foods, as a contract manufacturer. They would do the testing and whatever and send me a finished product, like a multivitamin or that kind of thing.
Sure.
I would then send it to a third-party lab and specify 2 or 3 things to test on there because it was expensive to test everything, and I was doing small batches. So I test a few things just to confirm what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the problem. I have no control over the ingredients that are being used as that retailer, as that third party, which most brands on a retail shelf are. They're simply ordering things from other companies.
I see.
They're not actually testing the ingredients themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Third-party labs are good at testing pharmaceutical-grade simple things that are routine. They're supposed to validate their method if they're looking at a complex matrix. You start putting natural bases in these products. It's supposed to be a validated process where they do a research project and make sure that their testing is going to find that material appropriately in a matrix that could cause interference with testing. You have to prove that it doesn't. That's the kind of thing that companies that are GMP certified, third-party certified for following GMPs and for lab testing, that's what Now Foods has. Not that we're sending everything out to a third-party lab, because that's not a virtue. That's a weakness.
Ah, that's interesting. GMP means good manufacturing practices.
It does, and that's the federal regulations say we all have to follow them. But very few companies are third-party certified for their GMPs, their good manufacturing practices, and very few of their labs are certified for following good lab practices as well. And we have both of those certifications. So we're one of the companies that actually...
We'll be right back.
Coenzyme Q10 is a powerful antioxidant nutrient. It protects against free radical damage, supports heart function, energy production, and immune response. Aging reduces our ability to absorb CoQ10 from our diet, so supplementing with a highly absorbable form of CoQ10 is the first step to ensuring optimal levels in the body. Secondly, typical CoQ10 supplements are in a ubiquinone or non-reduced form. For the body to use that type of CoQ10, it must first convert it to ubiquinol or the reduced form. QH Absorb is Jarrow Formula's highly absorbable and bioavailable CoQ10 supplement. Not only is QH Absorb more absorbable than traditional CoQ10 supplements, but as ubiquinol, it's already in a reduced bioavailable form. Your body can use QH Absorb without having to do any conversion work. Ask specifically for Jarrow Formula's QH Absorb at your favorite vitamin retailer. For more information on QH Absorb, go to jarrow.com. That's JARROW for the best and highly absorbable bioavailable CoQ10 supplements.
Are you able to consume the recommended 6 to 8 servings of fresh fruits and vegetables in a day for optimal health and well-being? Who has time to prepare and eat that many servings? Now there is a way to consume 5 whole servings of fresh fruits and vegetables in an easy-to-mix drink. That's half of your daily recommended servings in one drink. Introducing Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst Powder, made up of 29 enzymatically alive whole foods, along with 7 antioxidant-rich berry extracts in a delicious powder form that you can easily mix into water or your favorite fruit juice. Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst contains sea vegetables, probiotics, organic grasses, and herbal extracts that help to support the immune system, provide increased energy, provide an alkaline pH, and cleanse and detoxify the body. No heat is used in the processing of Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst, so it is enzymatically alive, just like fresh fruits and vegetables. You can find Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst at your local health food store. Ask for it by name.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymedica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymedica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic Aged Garlic Extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic Aged Garlic Extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit Kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Did you know your digestive tract is home to millions of bacteria? Some good, some not so good. And if you want to stay healthy, it's important to make sure that your body is populated with the good bacteria it needs. Probiotic Defense contains 13 of today's most effective friendly bacteria strains, along with other compounds shown in studies to support healthy digestion and immune system function. Don't settle for low-potency, overpriced formulas. Ask for Now Foods Probiotic Defense with the bright orange label. To find a retailer near you, go to nowfoods.com.
What are you doing this month? If you suffer from stiff joints, you can do something special. You could try new Flex Now joint formula. Flex Now offers you complete relief in just 1 month or a complete refund. Flex Now is a unique concentration of shea nut triterpenes, the most potent inflammation fighter of any botanical, and it's only when inflammation is reduced that your body begins to heal. Try new Flex Now joint formula and make this the month you get rid of stiff joints. Ask for Flex Now at Vitamin Discount Center and other leading natural product stores.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Canavest, from seed to shelf. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the LTN health question of the day. We do this every day around this time. I come up with a health question or a question relative to the show and something perhaps 99% of the time something I've talked about on the show. So I was reporting earlier today on the Crufts Canine Show. It's the world's largest dog show. It's in England. And they, much to my surprise, now remember, these dogs are among the best of the best. These are pedigree dogs, the best of care, the best attention, the scrutiny all over the place. Nevertheless, what did they find? And here's the question. How many dogs competing at the Crufts Canine Dog Show, the largest dog show in the world, were overweight? What percent of the dogs competing at Crufts was overweight? What percent? Was it 10%, 15%, or 25%? 877-897-8255. 877-897-8255. If you were listening to the show earlier, I made a couple of comments about what does this really, was I just reporting on the dog show? No. The dogs being overweight? No. That wasn't the main purpose. The main purpose of me reporting on that story was to yet identify another reflection of how things have changed relative to this obesity epidemic, how standards have changed in so many different ways. Now we have dogs at a pedigree dogs showing up at one of the most prestigious dog shows in the world, the largest, overweight. What percent of them showed up overweight? I'll make it easy. I'll give you two choices. Was it 10% or was it 25%? I'll give you a hint. The statistic was stunning. 877-897-8255. I know you didn't come to talk about the dogs being overweight, Neil, but what do you make of that?
Well, it's a dog's life. I mean, you're talking about pedigree dogs. It's kind of surprising they're not that they're babying them more, maybe, and spoiling them more rather than keeping them in fine shape for showing.
I think
the show dogs, are exercised and given special diet and stuff. So,
absolutely, they eat better than you and I do. For heaven's sake, probably is right. And they're showing up. The number of dogs that showed up overweight. You know what I think, Neil? I think it's a reflection. Just like the children in our country, adolescents, 17% of whom are obese. It's a reflection of what's going on with the adults and in society generally. And the parents are responsible for that. Children didn't learn to eat that way. They were taught to eat that way. You can't attribute it to genetics. The most of that variance isn't accounted for by genetics. And the dogs, what the hell does the dog know? It's whatever the dog was given to eat. It's the owners, and it's how the owners are eating themselves, I think. It's just an interesting little twist on this theme of the obesity epidemic and how it's manifesting itself in different ways. Maybe I'm stretching it too much. I don't know. But let's go to Clearwater, Florida. Lisa, how many of the dogs showed up at this dog show overweight? 10% or 25%? Lisa. All right, my producer's trying to get her on the line. Is she here?
Hello.
Hi, Lisa. Go ahead.
Hello. Is 5%?
25%, exactly. That's pretty remarkable.
That's pretty sad.
I mean, these dogs are supposed to be in shape. I mean, it's a dog show after all. You don't. I can't imagine a bodybuilder showing up at a bodybuilding contest being overweight, chubby, having a little tire around the middle. No, this is a competition. Congratulations. You won a $25 supplement gift card.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Great show.
Thank you so much. Neil, I don't know. Maybe I'm making too much of it, but I just think it's interesting how the dress sizes. Ask your wife about a size 8, a size 9 is not a size 8 or a size 9 as it once was 20 years ago.
No, and shoe sizes too. They want to flatter the women.
Yeah, I guess so. Nevertheless, to get back to this topic, this is real intriguing to me, this business about these raw materials from other companies. And here, I'm glad what you went through is a very hyper-technical description and discussion of what goes on here and what Now Foods is trying to do. I asked you that question. What do you all do with that pallet that shows up on your dock? What do you do with it? And then you went into this long discussion of how you examine that product, test it, make sure. And people walk into a health store and they typically have no clue that any of that went on. You know what I mean?
They don't, and they don't know that only a few companies are third-party certified for GMPs. Only a few of them have labs that are third-party certified, and only a few are actually developing the methods that are official methods for the USP and the FDA. And Now Foods is one of those companies that develop official methods for things like glucosamine, chondroitin, SAMe.
It's great. I mean, see, that's why people think, well, he talks about these companies because they're sponsors. Of course, I do, but I also talk about them and I point to their quality because they make a difference. Not all supplement companies and supplements are the same. There's a qualitative difference between and among them. And I'm glad you decided to talk about this. And I know you're very proud to work for Now Foods. I know you are.
I am. Yeah. 18 years now.
I know, and you do a good job. I always learn something when you come on here. I say that every damn time you come on the show. I say that, but I do, and I appreciate your effort to educate the listener and the viewer of the show as well as its host. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
All right, Now Foods, sold in fine health stores. How many countries are you in?
Approximately 70.
Okay. Fine health stores in 70 countries around the world.
In China, they look for Now Foods instead of Chinese. They buy Chinese herbs from Now Foods instead of their own brands.
Seriously?
Because they know we test.
Gotta love that. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now Foods. Go to their website, nowfoods.com, right? Simple as that. Tell them, what does now mean, N-O-W?
It means nutrition for optimal wellness and natural, organic, and wholesome.
There you go. Now Foods. Take their products. Why? Because your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you. See you tomorrow.